and fly. Pour me in solid glass. Oh, I have my need.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Another Bourbon Show. We are closing out our month of Ryes tonight, and we're going out with a bang tonight. Last week, we had 3 blind Ryes, and tonight we're up in the ante. We're going with 4, count them, 4 blind Ryes, almost like 4 non-blondes.
Oh my God, did I try?
Not 3 non-blondes, 4 non-blondes. You
4
forgot
non-blondes.
about one of the non-blondes last week, Ryan.
I think I forgot about
So,
the redhead.
I couldn't have. I mean, like Steven was saying earlier, all of them probably stink. So you forgot one of them that stinks.
I didn't say this. This is all you, Dan.
Okay, fuck it. I said it. I don't give a shit. I thought you specifically called them patchouli smelling bitches. Isn't that what you said?
I would never.
Oh, was it patchouli smelling hose? Which was it?
I can't. I just remember really liking that song I played for us at the start. What a bop!
Hey, do we want? It's a slapper right there. That's a knee slapper. Do
Maybe
we want to
should
have a sing along?
Maybe we should get 4 non-blondes on the show.
What, you hoping they'll die? Is that what you're?
R.I.P. Dustin.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Dustin. Here's to you, Screech. Poor guy. I really want to do it. Like, I was trying to do a TikTok trying to explain to people the weirdest thing that has happened on this weird ass podcast. And that has got to be us inviting Dustin on the show, him not responding. So I sent him a picture of my taint. And like the very next week, we find out he's got stage 4 lung cancer and is dead like 2 days later. That takes the cake, but I can't fit it into 60 seconds, right? Like, I can't give that story justice in less than 60 seconds. So, so anyway,
Every time I see Saved by the Bell on since that happened, I'm just like, that guy saw my friend's taint and died a few days later.
Yeah.
Which you can't say about every sitcom, you know what I mean?
no, you can't.
I'm sorry to say. I wish I could.
If I had more people's like actors' cell phone numbers, then maybe we could say that more often.
We would
But
definitely be saying it more often if that was the case. It'd be like, man, there was like 3 people and Everybody Loves Raymond he hit. It was a massacre.
Oh God! If I can figure out how to like shorten that to where it's worthwhile in less than 60 seconds, I think that'll be a hit. So anyway,
you could explaining that probably would take longer than explaining Dustin Diamond's career.
Oh, easily. It's Dustin Diamond's career is simply Saved by the Bell college years, exclusion from everything else Saved by the Bell related, comedy shows. He's dead.
Celebrity boxing. Come on.
Oh yeah.
And the sex tape.
Who beat his ass?
We looked this up. I thought it was Danny Bonaducci, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was I can't recall now.
Donny Osmond?
I'll put it up here on the screen.
Hey, stats team, get to work. Like we got stats teams. Okay, so back to the show. We're doing 4 blinds tonight. 4 Ryes that are blind. And we're going to do the same exact pattern as we did last week. We're going to drink them, we're going to rank them, and then we're going to reveal what they are. So, what do you say we get started?
Let's do it. Nose test?
Let's start with the nose.
Do it.
Ooh, I love that nose.
Ooh.
That's like
It's very like caramel.
brown sugar.
Yeah. I get like
Caramel.
like syrup, like a good like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an awesome. Yeah, that smells great. I mean, definitely from the neck of the bottle.
No. I dump the first quarter of every bottle because fuck that neck pour. Just dump it straight down the drain.
Yeah, this nose is
God
great.
damn. I could wear this as cologne. A little bit of ethanol if you take like a really big huff.
Yeah.
But
Maybe a little
man,
cherry note to it too.
yeah. I love that. All right, I'm going to move on to the nose of B. Oh, not nearly as sweet, but still nice.
Definitely pick up more of the baking spices.
Yeah.
This one is so light to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe the first one was just so aromatic and everything that,
Overwhelming,
you know. Yeah.
It almost smells like oatmeal or something to me. Like it's so like sort of bland smelling.
But it's light, but kind of a little fruity, maybe. All right, I'm going to move to C. You know, look at the coloring of
I would say the
B
color on
also.
this one.
B is really light in color also, but so is A, I guess. C's dark.
Not as much. I feel like A and C are the darkest. D looks a little light as well. But
Wow, C is a very strange scent. I'm not sure I like C at all on the nose.
I don't get much out of it.
Same.
I don't even know what I get. I'm having a tough time explaining what this smell is.
It's light, but really complex.
Yeah.
And there's just not much to the nose.
Yeah.
But I mean, one problem is the nose on A was like, bam, in your face, right?
Yeah.
Like, I have to talk to Annie about her ordering from now on. Because D, again, I'm not getting much off of the nose from D either.
Yeah, we done fucked up our noses.
Fucking Annie. God damn it, Annie. I asked her to do one goddamn thing. I'm just kidding, Annie. I love you.
I get a little more fruity aromas from this one.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, C's the only one that I really can't pick up anything on the nose. But when you compare the nose on A to any of them, A just
It seems like
smashes them.
basically by default, it seems like we're all picking A for this for the nose. I mean,
Yeah.
how could
Oh,
you
no,
not?
I mean, to me, it's not even close.
Yeah, how could you not after that?
If we're like doing a rating just of the nose, that's a 10 to me.
Yeah, it's a great nose.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah.
Maybe the best nose of any whiskey we've had on the show. Ever.
I can't say no. It's a very good nose.
All right, we want to drink?
Let's do it.
All right, cheers to A.
Cheers.
Cheers.
God damn, that nose is amazing. Wow.
It tastes like what it smells like.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
A lot of brown
sweet.
sugar, cinnamon.
Sweet, brown sugar,
Yeah.
cinnamon, absolutely. Like almost like a cotton candy type sweetness.
Yeah.
Maybe the most brown sugar I've ever tasted in a whiskey.
Yeah. I can't argue. And it's still got that
sweet. Total
but
sweetness.
but I still get a rye spice in there as
And-
well.
At the back end, definitely the finish is spicy.
Yeah. And a long finish too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
God. That's yeah.
That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Should have made that one B.
Yeah, let's just say it off the bat. A is incredible across the
I mean,
board.
it is. It is.
Whatever A is, I'm buying a bottle of that as soon as possible. And knowing this show, I'm not going to be able to. This is my one time having A. So,
You will never see it again, ever in your life.
but man, it's
Not
amazing.
Missouri.
All right. Do we want to move along to B,
that-
or do we just want to keep drinking A?
Steven, that was actually bourbon cream.
Which means, Steven, you will never find it unless you come back over here.
Let's do B, C, and D just so I can get back to A in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's give B a go.
I feel bad for B.
I definitely get that oatmeal-y vibe to it.
See, B's good in its own right. Like, it's more of a standard rye,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like A knocked my socks off with how good it was.
Yeah.
But I think if we weren't leading off with A, I think we'd all be like, holy shit, B is really good.
I can't wait to find out what A is.
I think B would be good in a Manhattan because it, as long as you're using a good vermouth or something like that, because it's like you said, it's very kind of basic flavors.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
it. So not that I would actually say it's above average tasting, but I just mean it's all the basic. It hits all those beats
Mm-hmm.
you would want the rye to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got some spice to it. I get a lot of fruit from the flavor on B. Like, yeah, just like a very citrusy, like a light citrus fruit. Not like an
Really good.
orange citrus, but maybe some cherry and some like raisins or something.
Yeah, I get oatmeal still. There's definitely
I don't
some.
get any oatmeal. I mean, I'll keep trying. It's kind of like,
I definitely get the raisins.
yeah.
I get raisins too.
And
Yeah.
it's got like a dry finish.
It's a long
Almost.
finish too.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Not nearly as like on A we kept talking about the brown sugar and the sweetness of it, but at the end on A you also got like a really sharp rye spice to it. B, I don't get nearly as much of that bite of a peppery taste on it.
No. A is definitely more complex. You taste it, it's sweet. You get the caramel, the brown sugar, like you said, the kind of like maple syrupy kind of texture
Yeah.
to it. At least I get, and then
Yeah.
it develops into like a long, spicy finish. And I feel like B, you drink it and it's good. I mean, I like the raisins and everything. You drink it and you get that same finish, a long finish from the moment you put it in your mouth. It's like the same. Like I don't really get a change of flavors the whole time I drink it,
Mhm.
which isn't a bad thing.
No, I agree.
No, not at all.
I agree. All right, move along to C.
Yeah.
I love the color on this one.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gorgeous. Yeah, that's a beautiful whiskey right there. Oh, I love this one though. Personally, I do. It's like baking spice, allspice, cinnamon, not
Cherry,
yeah.
a lot
there
of
you go.
cherry.
Yeah. It doesn't have much sweetness to it though. Like it's not a sweet whiskey at all.
Yeah.
But I like it.
It's another
Not
dry
a long,
one.
not a long finish, but the moment you sip it, it's like full of flavor.
Yeah.
Almost like punches you in the face with flavor right away. And as soon as you swallow it, it's kind of gone, but it makes you want to drink more.
What were you saying, Stephen?
I said that it's another dry one, I
Yeah.
think. And there's some quality to this. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet, but it reminds me a little bit of Weller Foolproof. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe it's just a higher proof, and that's what I'm getting. It's just the punch to it, or it's just a similar like experience drinking it in terms of when it hits you.
Mhm.
Something about it takes me back to Weller Foolproof.
Okay. I can see it. I can see that. Yeah, I won't argue with that. One thing it just popped in my head with what you were saying as far as like a higher proof or whatever. None of these have had a very like no ethanol taste to it, no alcohol burn in your mouth. Just highly complex, lots of flavor. And so far I'd say that like so far I think we are all going A heavily, but I could also see other people having a strong preference for B or C based on the palate that they have and what they appreciate from a rye whiskey or a bourbon or whatever. But I really like C.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Moving on to D.
Let's do it. Returning to the nose on this one, I get a lot more ethanol bourbon than I did earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man,
Oh,
it's so
that's
spicy.
very fruity.
I have a lot of baking spice.
I agree.
But I
it's
get like a
fruity.
lot of like a light fruit. Like it's a lot of fruit, but it's a lighter type of a fruit. And again, a dry finish.
Yeah. I get a little mango or something like that in there towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise it's just a lighter tasting whiskey overall.
And vanilla. I get
Yeah.
more vanilla off of this than I did the other three for sure.
I got a lot
like
of
it a
black
lot.
pepper. I got a lot of baking spice off this.
Mm-hmm.
Like definitely the spiciest of it. Like it really kind of kicked me in the back of the throat.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting it to.
You guys, Steven, you mentioned that you get more ethanol off the nose on this one now.
Yeah.
Did you get much of that on the flavor as you were
Not
drinking it?
not really. Not really any more than the others.
Yeah.
It was mainly just on the nose, and I don't know why. It just seemed to hit me more towards the end there. I really think
Mhm.
that it's out of all of them, it's the lightest tasting one in terms of like being more like sweet and just being
Mhm.
more sort of non-punchy.
Yeah.
B had a more like I'm saying oatmeal, more like baseline flavor to it, but it actually had a little more heat, I think, overall.
I just took another sip of D, and like that second sip was really good. Like I got more of that fruitiness, more it was a sweeter taste that second sip of it than I got from the first one.
Yeah, nice try. I'm gonna save my sips for A. Thanks.
All right, so do we want to go ahead and rank them?
I think so.
I know you guys are dying to find out what it is we're drinking.
Yep.
I know it's killing you. Do you guys even have any idea of what the options were for tonight?
No. If you told us, I
No.
totally forgot.
I don't think I ever did. Yeah, for the listeners, I did my best to not even give them any sort of a hint about what four we'd be drinking. I know what four we're drinking. I just don't know which one is well, I didn't know which one is which, but it's easy for me to know which one is which after drinking them. So let's start off with Steven. First, second, third, fourth.
I'm gonna go A, B, D, C.
All right.
A, B, D, C.
A, B, D, C. And you want to give any sort of a number ranking for any of them?
Not yet. I'll spend a little more time with them, maybe towards the end of the episode.
Okay. All right. Ryan?
I am going to go A, C, B, D.
Okay. And I'm going to go A.
I mean, A by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say.
Oh,
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a number? Like, what's A? What's your number for A?
I mean, probably a 9.
Is that the highest you've ever given?
Toasted barrel 9.1.
Would you take Toasted Barrel over A?
That's my favorite bourbon I've ever had so far. Well, I guess whiskey. I don't think I'd take any Ryes over this, and I don't think I would take like any other bourbon besides Toasted Barrel over this.
Okay. So a 9.0.
It's a 9. I can't I was thinking about a 9 too. I gave Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel a 9.1.
Yeah.
I just can't.
You can't go over toasted.
I drank that bottle in 3 days.
Yeah.
You know.
So just to give me a spread, what D was your least favorite? What would you give D?
D, I would probably go like a 7.3.
Okay. So I mean, it's not a giant. Well, I guess
No.
that is a pretty giant spread, but I was just trying to get an understanding, and Steven didn't want to do it yet because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm actually gonna go.
I really only care about rating the top one though, just because it's that good. I can't fairly give all the other ones a rating
Because A
based
is so
on
good.
how much I like A.
Yeah, I think I could give A a rating right now. I couldn't give
Okay.
all of them a rating right now.
Okay,
But
what's
I
A?
think I'd give it a 9.4.
9.4.
Wow.
Okay. Do you want to give C just to give a understanding of a spread?
I would give C a 6.8.
Okay.
So I like that one considerably less.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with actually the exact same order as Ryan. A, C, B, D. And A, I think I need to go right there with Ryan at a 9.0. D, I'm still gonna give a 7.8. Because I think all 4 of these are really, really, really good, in my personal opinion. All right.
What did Steven, what did you say C was? A 6.8?
Yeah, he said 6.8.
Yeah, 6.8, right? Okay.
Yep. All right, we ready for the reveal?
Yeah.
Can we do A last?
We can.
Well, I think we should do that because I don't want to think about A after you name the other ones off. Name off like my last name.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't you think, Steven?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go. Since Ryan and I had the same order, we're gonna go reverse order of Ryan and I's. So it'll go D, B, C, A.
Okay.
For the reveal. Okay.
That works.
All right. So here we have D. D is, again, I know which one's which at this point because their flavors are so easy. So D is a recent release, has not been out for more than 2 or 3 months, and it's one of the only bottles from this distributor that I think is well worth the price you pay for it. And that is Barrel Seagrass. Came out not too long ago. It's here's the kicker. It's 118.4 proof.
Is it really?
Yes. 118.4 proof. And that's the reason as soon as I tasted it, I was like, oh, I know exactly which one this is.
Is this the highest proof of all 4 of them?
Oh, easily.
And I think because when I had it, I was like, I don't get any of this fruit you guys are talking because this thing just kicked me in the throat.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So $86. In my opinion, it's well worth it. I think it's a great rye.
Can you show the label? Can you move it up a little closer so I can see it? I like that. I like that label.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. So then B. B was the dark horse. B is one by far the least expensive of the three. Easy to find. You can find it any time you want, anywhere you go. It is minor case, rye finished in a sherry cask, made by Yellowstone Distillery. $35. You can find it all day, every day at any actual liquor store you go to. Proof on this one is 90 proof, right there. All right. Moving up to C. C was the one that I thought maybe you guys would remember me talking about, that we were going to give it a try. Steven, is that ringing any bells for you?
I don't.
You are
It's
going
not
to
for
give
me.
this one, you will give this label a 10. This will be your highest label rating ever. Midwinter's Night's Dram from High
Wow.
West. Okay. This is Act 8, Scene 3. This is an impossible bottle to find. It's released in the fall, early winter, and it flies off the shelf. And if you don't know somebody, you're not going to get it. And blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in French oak port barrels. And yeah, so there you go.
It's a shame I had it with these others because I'm curious if I just didn't like it very much. Because I gave it a 6.8, but I just wonder how much it was affected by me having all these others.
Oh, you did give Sia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
But that it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Do you have any left over?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give it another sip. But now I can never do it, blind again, right? But I'll give it another sip.
Color wise, it's the best colored of all four of them.
For sure. Not even close. Not even close. And that leaves us with the consensus.
Yeah, I'll say I just sipped it again. It's just not that interesting to me. It's not that complex.
Okay.
So it is what it is. It's good,
all right.
But it's not so good that it deserves all that hype, I'd say.
Okay. That's fair enough.
That's my hot take.
Am I right that you would give that label a 10.0?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I thought so for sure. And that leaves us with A. You guys ready for it?
Oh, yeah. Don't break my heart, man. It's something I can actually buy sometime in my life.
I've got good news for you. You can. You can go to the store, liquor store, at least on the Illinois side, and get it anytime you want. No problem whatsoever. But you know what you can't do? You can't get it from Breakthrough. Because it is just standard. Just standard, every day, Angel's Envy Rye.
No.
This is not a special release. It's not a special release.
What I think they need to do is sell that distillery immediately.
Yep. Just standard, regular, old, finished rye. Angel's Envy, standard, finished
Wow, that
rye.
Caribbean rum cask really does something amazing.
It does.
To the rye.
It is.
You gotta say.
It is really good. I'll give credit to where credit's due. That is that's really good. I had their bourbon.
Nothing to write home about.
Cousins. Yeah, like I bought it for one of my cousins when they graduated college, and we weren't huge fans of it. I never had the rye though. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, no, their bourbon is nothing to write home about. Not that it's not good. It is good. Their bourbon is really good, but their rye, they knock it out of the park. And the theme for the night, if you didn't notice already, was finished rye night. So a rye whiskey finished in a different cask. And there you have it. So
I'll say I've had some Irish whiskeys finished in rum casks, and it's definitely not the same effect as a rye.
No. Yeah. No, there's a what's the one I'm thinking of? Bullet does is it Bullet? No, Basil Hayden's. Hayden's does a bourbon finished in a, or maybe even a rye finished in a rum cask, and it's terrible. I can't stand it. It's just not good. But Angel's Envy, they knock it out of the park with their finished rye. And Ryan, I had to do that to you, brother.
Did you know I was going to rank it first?
There was no question in my mind. There was no doubt in my mind that you would, because Angel's Envy rye checks all the blocks. It's expensive. It's $90 for their everyday release.
It's not cheap.
It's not. It's not cheap, but to me, it's worth it. If you like a decadent, complex whiskey, then it's hard to beat. And I swear to God, Ryan, the entire rye month in my brain was set up to get you to say, "Holy shit, Angel's Envy rye is really good." Steven, did you know that was coming?
No, I thought you mentioned that in the past, but I just didn't know how good Angel's Envy rye was. So, I think you mentioned in the past, you were like, I want to get Ryan to drink it and see what he really feels about it. But this whole time, like, I also picked it, right? Like, it's really, really good. And after having the regular Angel's Envy, I kind of wrote them off a little bit. So
I didn't even, because I obviously don't keep up with what they release.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. But I didn't really know much about their ryes or pretty much anything outside their regular bourbon. So I hadn't even seen a rye on the shelf because it's not in any of my accounts, but really good.
Yeah. And so like there's
really
been
good
this...
to those autonomous distillery workers over at Angel's Envy. I'm glad they're getting free reign to do what they want.
Hey, I wonder where they get the Caribbean casks that the rye goes into.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now I just feel like I'm being a dick, and I'm sorry about that. But the truth is that like having whiskey in a finishing barrel has become a huge trend in the last 5-10 years.
Oh yeah.
Like it's huge these days. And you know who started it? Angel's Envy. Like that's where like the origin story for recent finished barrels starts right there with Angel's Envy. You got to respect what they're putting out. It's good stuff. I've got some of their 2020 cask strength over there, which is a limited release, really hard to get. I happened to grab it unexpectedly, just off the shelf, as a matter of fact, at SRP. And shout out to Randall's Wine and Spirits, by the way, because that's where I acquired it at. And I will say that this is better than that. Like that is 125 proof or something like that. But you taste every bit of that 125 proof. So the inclusion of B, like my intent right off the bat was like, okay, if we're going to do a finished rye night, I want to include minor case because people go ape shit for all three of them, A, C, and D. And I just want to be like, look, you guys are missing something that it's really, really good. It's really good. And in some ways it competes. It's not as complex. It's not as sweet. It's not as fruity. It's not whatever as the other three. But you recognize all of those aspects of minor case and for $35. So like quit ignoring it when you see it on the shelf. Like grab it. It's a good daily rye whiskey. And especially if you like a finished rye. So a 9.0 and a 9.4 for that's the highest ever from you, Steven.
That's the highest score of all time
on the show. Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah. To me, I think I liked it just like a bit more than than Smoke Wagon. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm shocked too, but I'm very glad to hear that I can pretty much just go buy this one whenever I want, pretty much.
Yeah.
In Illinois, you
Steve,
can.
yeah, come to Illinois, Steven.
Okay.
Good thing you just bought a house over on this side, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so audience, listeners, watchers, viewers, give Steven a round of applause. He has put in an offer on a house, which is not the first time that's happened on the show.
Fuck
They
you,
have-
dude.
They have accepted the offer, which is not the first time that's happened on the show either. But this house got a clean bill of health from the inspection.
Yep.
And for that, you get applause, Stephen. Congratulations. You can move out of the hood apartments that you're in and not have to worry about people catching geese to eat on the lake. And you know what? You don't have to worry. You can put pictures up anywhere on your wall in this house.
It's true.
You don't have to avoid the wet wall that's by your fireplace at your house.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I mean, it seems like it's only going to be maybe another, assuming everything goes well, it seems like it's only going to be another like 3 or 4 episodes that we're going to have between now and then, or like, I don't know if I did my math right, maybe 4 or 5 episodes before I'll be recording from the house, which it'll be awesome.
Got to have the housewarming party, dude.
Yeah, and I'm going to be asking for Angels Envy Rye.
Another Bourbon show. Another Bourbon show. Another Bourbon show.
Steven, did you finish all of it yet or no?
No, I got this much left of it.
I'm just going to refer to it as A. Like, if I, like, outside of the podcast. I'm going to go to Liquor Store and be like, you got any of that A? And since everyone listens to us, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, sir, it's right here.